Hey the internet, this is Luck. It is a huge time for MMOs right now. It's been difficult to keep up with everything that's been going on between expansions, Halloween events, betas, alphas, Kickstarter updates. It's almost enough to make you forget Fallout 4 is just around the corner. Also, Pocket Maple Story, which you will no doubt be subjected to a thorough talking about in the future. This week, though, the hype train has been travelling through the glorious countryside of Black Desert Online, with the closed alpha client for NA and EU going live after all this time. You can see me bumbling around in the game right now. Bear in mind, I had to set my graphics to low to get a good frame rate while recording, and I failed to capture my time on the EU server while it was live, so I'm playing on the NA server with a higher ping than I experienced on the EU server, so kindly ignore everything you're seeing and accept my apologies. Frankly, there is very little about this game that hasn't already been said. We've known about it for so long, we've been able to see it for so long, it's been available in other regions for long enough that many people interested in the game have already had a chance to play it. This is the third version of the game that I have played personally, and it has to be said, a little bit of the shine has worn off during its time in the limelight, as you would expect. I like to think that I look for the positive in our little corner of the video game landscape, but this week I'm going to slip into my cynical pants and tackle the elephant in the room. Player expectations when it comes to well-publicized MMOs have proven to be impossible to match, and expectations for Black Desert are as high as they have been for an MMO in years. And from what I've seen of the game and from what I know about the game, there is no reason to believe that this trend will change. Yes, the game is very pretty, and yes, it has some great ideas, but at this point I can't help but feel like the game is a victim of its own success, and the anticipation has created a bubble of expectation that has the potential to burst very quickly, because, let's be honest, every decent sized MMO that comes out these days can expect a certain level of attention, and for that level to drop significantly after the first month. That's just the way it is. That's the that's the world that we live in. We have one example where it went the other way. The potential problem faced by Black Desert is that there's a much higher than usual amount of interest, which means players scrambling to get in on launch day, which means all the potential problems that come with that, and maybe they can beat the odds. Maybe they can keep it smooth enough to avoid that particular backlash. I'm an optimist, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. But whatever happens, those numbers from the first month are going to start to go south. And nothing draws a crowd quicker than a crowd, and nothing disperses a crowd faster than a crowd already dispersing. And this ebb and flow is absolutely natural for an online game and has no bearing on the quality of the product. I've gone on record praising Black Desert many times, and I'm sure this won't be the last time that I do. It's a very well-made MMO, and I would recommend it to anyone looking for an MMORPG in a heartbeat. But under the intense scrutiny afforded by the MMO hype machine that we have built for ourselves, the large numbers of players coming and going will be magnified, the complaints will be louder, the usual suspects will be declaring the death knell is sounding for whatever nit they can pick with the game. Now, let's be honest, servers groaning under the weight of paying customers is a good problem to have, and I hope that everyone will be happy with their purchase. It's not like anyone hopes a game will fall short of expectations, but after experiencing the start of the game a few times, it has to be said that Black Desert presents an extremely well-crafted and well-polished take on systems that are, to be blunt, increasingly dated, and it's entering a market that seems to chew up and spit out games faster and faster all the time. So here I am, doing my best to help the game by trying to give the brakes of the hype train a little tap to remind everyone that if you If you haven't had fun with the last 5 or even 10 MMOs that you've played, this one isn't going to be able to reach that itch either. But maybe, just maybe, if we go into the game with an open mind, judging it by the experience that it does offer, rather than the one we would like it to, we can break the curse and have a good time in a good game. I tricked you into believing this was going to be cynical, and for that I'm sorry. Just making a point about managing expectations. But what do you think? Do you think that Black Desert is going to absolutely blow everyone away and change the MMO paradigm forever? Or do you think it's possible that once people are in the game, once we have that access, players will realize that at its core, it's still an MMO. Let us know in the comments below. Give this video a like if you think it's a conversation worth having. Obviously, this doesn't just apply to Black Desert. It's just the most current example that we have. And make sure you subscribe to the channel for many wonderful things from fabulous people. And I will see you again really soon. Thanks. Bye.
Make sure to level up your MMO knowledge by visiting MMORPG.com, subscribing to our YouTube channel, and by following us on social media. To catch up on the week's biggest MMO news, watch our latest MMO FTW. And to see if there's a better MMO out there for you, watch one of our latest First Impressions videos. Thanks for watching.